everyone! So you guys saw that I purchased a couple things off of Sephora, and you requested that I do, a couple of you have requested that I film a haul, and I'm going to try to include a couple of clips of me trying at least 2 of the products because the other ones don't make a lot of sense for me to show them on camera. I wanted to show you 2 the samples I got that I picked up. My cat just sneezed. I wanted to show you that I picked, you know when you can pick the samples off of your, before you add everything to your cart and check out. I chose the Tory Burch fragrance. So I will be testing that out. I find these really, I mean, you only get about 1 or 2 uses out of it, but I still like it. I'm gonna try to test it. It smells good. It smells really good. It's very, you know, very spring, very light. It's actually really, really good. So this is, I'm not sure which one it is. It says, oh, it's her first fragrance because it says Tory Burch, my first fragrance. So then I got the YSL foundation sample that looks like this. So I will be giving this a try. And I'm so bad about these. Sometimes I end up, I have the YSL Touche Eclat concealer that, and like I think it brought like 3 samples last time I ordered something from Sephora, and I still haven't tried those. I'm really bad with these, but I'm gonna try to really get through these because they seem like, you know, they're good products. And finally, the 3rd sample I got is a Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. So this is what it looks like. It's a very popular primer. Not that I need a primer, I have one right now by Bare Minerals, but once it's done, you know, it's always good to know which other products are out there. And by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but I got my hair, it's lighter. I got a couple of, I do the balayage technique, which I don't go all the way closer to the roots because I don't like that straight line that you get a couple weeks after you get highlights. I like it to be, you know, very natural. I like to have that sun-kissed look. So it's like, it has a lot of you asked me this, and that's why I'm interrupting this video with this explanation. But pretty much I got face framing highlights, blonder at the bottom, and then I do have a couple of them up here, but it's definitely darker, you know, towards the back. So it's supposed to mimic what the sun would do. So yeah, so it's not totally ombre because it's not really drastic, but it's the balayage ombre or balayage highlight technique. So FYI, for those of you who ask me, I just posted pictures on Instagram of my hair, and I get a lot of questions about it. So now on to the haul. So first I'm going to start off with the LAVANILA Healthy Deodorant, and I posted a video not that long ago in which, I think it was in Empties, in which I said that I was looking for a more natural deodorant that would actually work, and a lot of you gave me your input and suggestions, and because I've been hearing so many good things about this brand, I just decided to give it a try. It's not sold many places. I think they have it on Amazon, Sephora, but it's not like, I couldn't find it on Vitacost and things like that. So because it is my first time trying it, I decided to go with the travel version, which is $8, I believe. They have the normal version, which is $14, but when I did the math, it wasn't that expensive. Like, it wasn't that much more to get the travel one per ounce. So I thought it would be great just to give it a try. Now in the normal size, they do have other flavors, other scents, vanilla and grapefruit, I think, and just, you know, a little bit more of a selection. This one is the pure vanilla scent. So this deodorant is pretty much clinically tested. It's recommended by dermatologists. There's no harsh chemicals, no petrochemicals, no phthalates, no propylene glycol, no mineral oil, silicone, sulfates, parabens, no aluminum, which is like the #1 ingredient in regular deodorants. And yeah, it's not tested on animals, and the container is 100% recyclable. So I'm really excited to give this a try, and I will keep you updated. And next I have the Kate Somerville Exfoliate. It's the intensive exfoliating treatment, and it looks like this. Again, I got the small size. This is not the traveling or sample size. even though it looks small, it's really their small size. They have this one, then they have a medium size, and then they have a larger one. And I'm not sure how much this costs, but I'm gonna tell you, it's probably not as cheap as you're picturing it to be. This is a very expensive product, and I would never go out and buy such an expensive face treatment and scrub, but because I did have the opportunity of at one point giving this a try, and I noticed instant results, I was like, wow, it's totally worth it. So meanwhile, I've been trying and using other scrubs just because I haven't been able to justify how much this costs. But when I was purchasing the Sephora, order, and because I was taking advantage of the VIB sale and I had 10% off, I figured I'm just gonna buy the small one. This does go a long way. You only need a tiny little bit, so it exfoliates. If I remember correctly, now this is the only thing I haven't, I think, tried, this and the deodorant. I haven't even tried since I purchased it, but if I remember correctly from trying it out previously, it does tingle a little bit, but my skin is sensitive and it didn't do anything bad to my skin, and I just saw instant results. Like my pores were clear and my skin just looked so vibrant. So I'm really excited to go back. They do call it the Hollywood's 2-minute facial for a reason. So yeah, it is pricey, but I do think it's worth it. But I will keep you posted. It's been a couple of years since I last tried it. Maybe after trying so many other products, I won't find this as impressive, but I will keep you posted. And the next product is very special to me. It's very, very expensive. You might find it ridiculous to spend this amount of money on this type of product, but it's been on my wish list for a very long time, so I feel like it's totally worth it. And it's the Foundation Full Coverage Bobbi Brown brush. And they have another foundation brush, Bobbi Brown does another one, but it's the old school slap it on your face like you're painting, I don't know. It's just, that old school foundation brush. This is the full coverage foundation brush. I've been wanting to purchase this brush for a very long time. I have another foundation brush by Sedona Lace, and it's not like I'm buying this one just because, what the heck, I want it. Basically, this is what mine looks like. See? All the, it's literally falling apart. It's just really bad. So I felt like after this one going bad, I could justify buying another one. I've been needing another one, so instead of just buying one for $10, $20, I decided to just go with the one I really want. And I feel like you can get away with going with cheaper brushes for your eyes and things like that, but I think your face is the base of your makeup, and I feel like you need to invest a little bit more. Now, on a daily basis, when I use BB creams, CC creams, what have you, I usually just apply it with my hands. Most times, my foundation I apply with my beauty blender, which, by the way, if you get a beauty blender, just get the pink color, get other colors, don't get the white one, because there's no point. It's never going to be white again. It's always going to be dirty. Even though it's washed, that tint never goes away. So that was an FYI. But I use the BB blender, the beauty blender, most times because it gives you very flawless, light coverage, and because it's wet, it's very buildable, and I just really like the result. Now, sometimes when I want more of a full coverage makeup foundation look, or if I'm just lazy to go wet the brush, I can't talk today. When I'm lazy to go wet the beauty blender, because that's the only inconvenience, you have to wet it, I'll just use a brush, and this has just been impossible. So I love the blush brush by Bobbi Brown, which is expensive as well, and I've said this before in my videos. You can use this one as your blush, and you also can use this one for contouring because it's very stiff, but it's soft enough that you can get in there. So most times I actually end up using this for contouring, and I just use this one for blush. But let's say you want to go away, you don't need to take two. You can just take this one and use it as both because they totally work well as both. So what I was surprised about is how small it is. This is the blush brush by Bobbi Brown, and this is the foundation brush. Now, it doesn't really bother me. First I was like, what the heck? It's so expensive and it's so small. But that's not really the point. And I figured, I think this is actually smart because applying foundation, you don't want this to be so big. So I think this is just the right size, and I've tried it today and I really like it. Alright, so next I have the Kate Somerville IllumiKate CC Cream, and it has broad spectrum SPF 50, and it comes in this container, which you may not be able to see that well because of the lighting. And this is what it looks like, but I'll try to do some close-ups because I know the lighting sometimes throws off the whites. But this is another very expensive product, but I really needed a BB cream. I was testing out the Glow Naturals BB cream by Vitacost, and it's not bad, it just didn't live up to the standards that I'm used to. My favorite BB cream so far was the Origins Vita Zinc. I really like that one. I still like it. I still may go back to it. It has SPF 30, which I feel like is pretty fair. You don't want to go any lower than that for, especially for the summertime when you go outside. I liked how, and people have complimented me on that when I was wearing the Origins, you would apply it and it kind of blends into your skin. It gives you, a little bit of coverage, but it also gives you that luminous look, that dewy look. And then I would always set it with my Max Mineralized Skin Finish, and it would set it, keep it in place, and it just looked perfect, but very light. You couldn't even notice I was wearing anything. It just gave you a very natural glow. Now, this one seemed to do some similar things. The reason why I wanted to branch out and try something different other than the Vita Zinc from Origins is because this SPF is 50, not 30, and it also has the illuminating component. And then because I like this brand, again, like I just seem to, everything I buy from them seems to be very high-end and be worth it. I just wanted to give it a try. Reviews were really good. It also said that it has, I think, lightening components, so if you have some dark spots, some sun damage, it works on those as well. So it just felt like a very, all around good CC cream to use. It has SPF, it has great ingredients to treat your skin. So it's also, you can use this as your moisturizer for sure. I know I'm always going to apply regular moisturizer before I apply this just because my skin is dry. So today I did apply this, and then I just set it lightly with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and I will try to insert the clip of me applying this. I had nothing on, this was the only thing I put on, and it gave me such a nice glow and coverage. I was so surprised. It's definitely more high coverage than the Origins. And last but not least, I got the Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer, and it comes in this box. So, very typical of Urban Decay that comes. They do a lot of this rose gold packaging. Now, the concealer I was using is by Michelle. It's the stick, which I like. It's not really high coverage. I love that the ingredients are super natural. They're very oil, natural based. Love the smell, and I'm still gonna finish that one. And it's good for, everyday basis, but I wanted something to be a little bit more high coverage when I needed it, when I wanted really to, upgrade my makeup. And a lot of people talk about the NARS concealer, but I've seen a lot of people say that this one's better, including, I think Lily Pebbles, not that long ago, said that this one is by far her favorite, and she used to like the NARS. She used to consider the NARS concealer her favorite. So I was really curious to try this out. Urban Decay, they do really good makeup, so it is pricier than any drugstore, but I feel like you don't go through concealer that fast. I mean, a little bit goes a long way. So I did test this out today. I got it in the lightest shade just because I'm fair skin, and even though, like I've seen other people get this shade that they're a little bit darker, that's what concealers are supposed to do. I didn't want something just to conceal, because I honestly, and I don't want to sound I don't want to sound cocky or anything, I don't feel like I have a lot to conceal. I just like that brightness that it gives. So if I'm going to go with a darker color, I'm not really going to get that brightening result. And still, when I go over it with my powder, there's still coverage on it and my powder's darker, so I really want it to be the lightest I can get. And I feel like it gave me a pretty good match. I feel like it's definitely brightening. And again, I'll insert clips of me applying this today. It doesn't have parabens, so it's not a completely 100% natural brand at all, but it doesn't have parabens, which is good. Alright, so that was it for my video today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment down below with any input that you might have. If you have any suggestions about these products, anything that you think I might like other than these products, or if you've tried these products yourself, don't forget to let me know what you thought of them. Also, if you're not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe so you get notifications every time I upload a video. And also, if you like these types of videos, don't forget to like the video because, you know, it really helps. I love seeing, you know, what kind of feedback, what kind of videos you enjoy more. And that's definitely where I go and, you know, where I focus on. You know, I like to film videos that you guys enjoy. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for, you know, keeping me company and always being supportive. I really appreciate all of you, everyone, every single one of you. I appreciate so much. And yeah, I hope you're doing well, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.